everybody, my name's Ed Durbis. This is 93 Drive. Today we're driving an E53 AMG with the 3.0 inline 6 turbocharged, producing 429 horsepower and 384 pounds of torque, and it'll get it from 0 to 60 in just 4.4 seconds and the quarter mile in 12.6 at 111 miles an hour. So with all that being said, let's get this show on the road and let's see what this E53 has got to offer. Yep, it makes some crackle and pops. Driving the E53 AMG with this 3.0 liter turbocharged, 429 horsepower, as I said in the intro, 384 pounds of torque, and a 48 volt hybrid system that gives it 21 horsepower and 184 pounds of torque to kill some of that turbo lag. We talked about that when we test drove the E53 Cabriolet. Today we're driving the four-door version of it. And let me tell you right now, right off the bat, I've been driving it for a little bit, and it's extremely and utterly luxurious. And crackle and pops, it's pretty cool. Steering wise, when you're at a parking lot, it's like you can move it with just one finger. Now once you get up and rolling, and we're in Sports Plus, we also do have the valves open so we can hear that engine. It tightens up, and it feels good. It's got a lot. It's got really good weight, and you can just basically move in a direction, and it automatically goes into the direction you want to go. Obviously, this is made into an all-wheel drive system, which is what's helping get all the power down. It doesn't. Funny enough, it does not feel like a heavy car. I know the Cabriolet felt heavy, and due to the fact that it had that retractable top and the motor for it, so it did feel heavy. This one, on the other hand, feels pretty nimble, but it does feel very solid and planted to the road. I think the best thing to do is we're going to run it through all our hoops that we usually do, and then, as always, we'll give it our final thoughts. So let's get down to location and see what she's like. But before we do that, why don't we just drop the hammer one more time? Yep, it's got a pretty mean sounding engine, that's for sure. All right, I'm gonna stand still. Yeah, it's pretty quick. It's not lightning quick, but it's quick. It's entertaining. And it's holding the revs. It's in fourth gear, about 4,000 RPMs. See if we can drop it one more gear. Yep. There's that engine. It's solid. It's extremely and utterly solid. And it just holds the engine. It just knows it wants to play. So I'm curious to see how this thing's going to do in the twisties. I know that the Cabriolet and obviously the GT that we tested last year did really well. The Cabriolet was heavy, so let's get it down to the twisties and let's see what this E53 sedan's got to give. Let's get down there. Alright, here we go down our favorite twisty road. We have in Sports Plus 9 and 3. Yeah, steering is pretty accurate. Oh, you hear those crackle and pops? You know, this car, same thing, falls into that same thing we've been talking about. The brakes on the AMGs, they're strong on this car, but they do lack feel. But the steering, it's just pretty spot on this one. And this car has the chassis to move around. It is a difference of night and day of what that weight of that cabriolet, but this one, wow, this car does like to handle, and it does have the chassis. And we're going up the hill here. We're obviously not going to be as quick as we would like to, but just with that all-wheel drive system, you can tell this car just wants to go. And yeah, I'm not pushing it that hard, and you can just tell that it wants to just keep on being pushed. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. It's it stayed flat doing the cornering. The power delivery came on strong. There was never a hint of lag. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Let's go check out our other little twisty road and okay, here we go. My final thoughts on the E53 Sedan. I have to say, out of all the 53s that I've driven, this got to be the most entertaining. And this also includes the GT that we drove last year. One of the reasons is why I think this is a better package overall is because of its size. It weighs, I think, right where it should for the mid-size class that it is. It's got plenty of power. You got those crackle and pops. You do. I mean, it's not as loud as the 43, but the 43 is, yeah, it's a smaller car, and it's steered towards a different audience. But this car is exactly spot on for what it is. Materials and quality of this car are top notch. That is for sure. To the high-end Burmester sound system that obviously we can't listen to all the quality of the wood, the stitching, the red stitching that is on the car. It just really is top notch. So yeah, I would have to say this overall, this 53 does take the win over all of the other ones. Obviously the convertible, yeah, it's a great boulevard car, but in overall, it's not an everyday car that you can live with it. But at the end of the day, this is a much more practical car. And like I said in the last video, the 43 Sedan is also very compelling. But at the same token, yes, it's a great car to get great sounding engine, but it is smaller. So, but this just fits just perfectly fine, where you can actually put people in the back seat and they would be fine. You can take them to the mountains, you can take them to the beach, you can my 10-year-old daughter would fit just fine, and two other her friends. So overall, it's a very compelling price. The handling wise was very impressive. It handled extremely well, so it does have a really good chassis, which I'm not surprised, because it does, you know, it did come with that 6.3 AMG engine, and it did perform, that car performs marvelously. So yeah, it's the same chassis, so you're adding a little bit less power, but you still have that great undercarriage. But yeah, overall, I think that this is a really compelling price, and it kind of looks almost like a sleeper. You just got a little burp from the exhaust. But if you just, on a day-to-day basis, it's perfect. The luggage space is great. You can put stuff in there. You can fold the seats down. You have the shades all the way around, so it's comfort. I've got the cooling seats on. I can adjust that seat from this side. So yeah, I would have to say that overall, at the price point, I think this is a very good car. Yeah, it's down at Mercedes-Benz of Arlington, and as I said in our last video, we'll do 4 AMGs for the month, and here we are. This is exactly what you, the viewers, like. I'd like to say thank you so much for the new subscribers out there, and obviously a huge thank you to all the other supporters out there. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, you know, I was looking at analytics, and you know, pretty much the majority of people who watch the videos are not subscribed, so I don't know what you're waiting for. Please do subscribe. It does help the channel grow. Comment, share, like, thumbs up. You know, you can follow me on Instagram. I do post a few clips before the video goes live on YouTube. You can follow me at @Durbis. So, with all those great things, once again, huge thanks to JT for getting us all these AMGs this past month, as you, the viewers, wanted to see. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I can't wait to catch you guys in the next video. Until then, bye.